Okay, welcome back to Language Arts, and we are in Unit 9, and today we're going to be doing Lesson 5. Okay, I already have it in the little sheet protector. Before we do the worksheets part of it, I want to go over our tricky words. So on Monday, we had 3 new tricky words. We had where. I'm just going to pull these out real quick. We had no, and we had I. Okay, so I want to go over all the tricky words. These are all the tricky words we have learned since the beginning, just to practice. Okay, so first one, the. A. Of. From. All. Was. One. When. Word. Why. To. I can't pick these up. Okay, now here's our new ones. Where. No. And our last one, I. And notice that this is an uppercase I. Whenever this letter is by itself, it's going to be an uppercase. Okay? So I. All right, that's all the tricky words we have so far. Again, if you are making little flashcards of this, I highly recommend it, just so you can keep practicing these and you have them even when you go to first grade. This will be a good thing to have, okay? So the only new thing about this lesson was those 3 new tricky words, okay? The I, no, and where, okay? And that's why I kind of wanted to go over it on Monday, was just to introduce those. So we already knew them. So that was the only new thing about this lesson. So in this lesson, it's just going to be practice. Open my marker. Okay, so for 5.1, you're going to read the sentence, and then we're going to find the picture. We're going to circle the picture that matches, and then copy the sentence on the line. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so let's read this first one. This is a tricky word. The duck flaps its wings. The duck flaps its wings. Okay, so which picture shows a duck? It says the duck flaps its wings. Right, it's this one, because this is a paperclip. So we're going to circle this picture. Yeah, my marker. Watch, by the time I get a new marker, it's going to be the last day of school. Okay, so the duck flaps its wings. So we circled the picture. Now we're going to copy the sentence on the line. So remember this, it's starting with an uppercase. So it's going to be long line down, line across the top. Oh, this marker. Okay, the, and then finger space. I know I'm doing this a little bit fast. The duck. And you're going to want to try, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but try your hardest, because this is actually a long sentence, to write kind of small, because if you write really big, it's going to be hard to fit that on this line, okay? So just do your best. The duck, finger space. Flaps, finger space. See, even I'm going to run out of room. It's, okay, so I'm just gonna go right under here. Wings, and then there is a period. You see that? Okay. The duck flaps its wings. Okay, so try your best to fit it on the line, and don't forget that finger space between your words. Okay, and then you're going to do the next one and the next one. So you're going to read it, circle the word, or circle the picture that matches, and then copy the sentence on the line. This page has a backside to it, but I have 2 different pages in here, so you can't see the backside, but there is a backside. Okay. The other worksheet is 5.2, and this has a backside too. So both of these, 5.1 and 5.2, they have a backside, okay? But they're in here, so you can't see the back, but there is a back. Okay, so for 5.2, there's our tricky words in the top boxes, and we have to find out where they go in these sentences. Okay, where does it sound good? Okay, so let's read this first tricky word. This is our new one. This is where. Where. I'm going to just go through all 3 tricky words. Where, why, to. Okay, so this first one, where. Let's see where it fits. Where does it fit? Okay, so number 1. Let's try it there. Where is Jess mad at Anne? Does that make sense? Where is Jess mad at Anne? No, that sounds silly. Let's do number 2. The kids went where the pond? No. Okay, let's do number 3. Where is the shop? Yeah, that sounds good. So we're going to put it there. And notice that that is a capital. Okay, so that's going to start from the top line. We haven't practiced these capital letters or these uppercase letters yet. So we're going to put where. So where is the shop? And then you cross it off. Okay, and then you do the second one. Why? Where does that go? Let's try number 1. Why is Jess mad at Anne? That sounds good, but let's check number 2 just in case. The kids went why the pond? No, I think it sounds good in the first one. Why is Jess mad at Anne? So let's write it there. And again, that's an uppercase W. So I always want to do the circle ones. Okay, why? Why is Jess mad at Anne? And then we'll know the last one, okay? But make sure to read it. Don't just look at it and say, oh, that one goes there. Just read it to make sure it does, okay? So that's the front of 5.2. There's a back side, like I said. So the front and back for 5.1, 5.2, and that is all for today's lesson, okay? So just practice your finger spacing between your sentences and practice your tricky words, okay? And that is all. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'm excited to see your finger spacing between your words and your sentences. Good job, you guys.